Well, it's a new year, and a new year means diving headfirst into a new hobby you have absolutely zero experience with, but filming it anyway because you have a ton of unearned confidence that you're going to accomplish this very extensive task, right? Anyone else? No, just me? Okay. As you guys may know, I'm Sarah from Sarah's Craft Corner. I mostly do knitting and crocheting. Those have been my two passions for over 20 years. I've been doing them since I was 6 years old. I have a lot of experience with them. However, I have been falling down the rabbit hole of watching people make dollhouses and miniatures, and it is fascinating and exciting, and I, for some reason, really love it. But dollhouse stuff is quite expensive, and one thing that I always try to value here, and I try to give, within my patterns, it's part of my ethos of my entire thing, is that crafting should be more accessible. You shouldn't have to spend a whole bunch of money on it. That's why even when I do sell patterns, I sell them for relatively cheap to compare to other pattern makers, because I want the stuff that I do to be available to a wider range of people and to not gatekeep it based on money. So I had put my experimenting with miniatures to the side, and then I found a dollhouse puzzle on Amazon for cheap. And while Amazon is the devil, I decided, why not? So this is what I'm going to be trying to build. And the puzzle itself doesn't look doesn't look the best dollhouse. However, I do have some experience with woodworking and just in general of not ever stopping until it's something that I like to look at. So my goal for this is that I'm going to build the puzzle, and then I'm going to use some of my other experience and use some of the other things that I find, trying to keep it very financially accessible. I'm going to try to make it into a very nice miniature for my first ever attempt in miniatures outside of, the dioramas that you used to do in school. So fun. I don't know why, but that's what I decided to do. And I wanted to share that journey with all of you because, this is my craft corner. And while normally I do focus mainly on knitting and crochet, and I'm going to continue doing knitting and crochet and putting out knitting and crochet patterns, I figured why not just take a leap and try a new craft, see if we can do it pretty reasonably priced, and share that and document it and have fun with it with all of you guys. So I got this, and this is the entire thing. It came in plastic wrap. I got this on Amazon for $20 when most dollhouse kits are in the hundreds. We're just going to go with that, and I'm not buying any furniture or stuff like that. We're just going to try to keep it as reasonably priced and accessible as possible. So yeah, let's get started on it. The first thing is that I'm going to build it exactly as the puzzle, aside from leaving off the pieces that we're going to glue, because I believe it's window trim that you have to glue on, and I want to do something with the windows first. I already have a few plans in mind, but I would love for you to take this journey with me. So, well, let's get the puzzle going and let's get the party started. Okay, here I am opening the kit. I'm going to look at the instructions for a minute and breeze through, look at everything. I'm going to pick out the base place, carefully pop it out, and the little tabs, and then sand the edges. I'm not going to sand all of them that you can see, but I did sand every piece I pop out. And then I'm going to insert the door portion in and put these little tabs at the base, and that's going to hold it in position. The same with this side, is we just pop it in and slide it. The instructions have numbers, and you just line the number with the hole. And so we move on to the other side, repeating the exact same step, sliding the little pieces on the ends. the center one as well. The center wall has one tab at the bottom, I believe. And then I'm going to slide in the second floor. This is a little tricky, but you get it in and then you put the tabs on the side. Sometimes they just don't want to go. And then I started assembling the first floor porch railing. They just snugly fit into each other, and some of them you will have that same tab on the bottom to hold it into place. And then we go to the other side. That is the main part, because this one is where you slide the other ones on top. I did the first one, the longest piece first. And we just slide the tabs in. And then the back just slides right in. The same with the front. And these little tabs can be annoying, but they're fine. And then I put in the turret walls with the baseboard. I save this after I put it in the second floor because otherwise they tend to fall. So this helps secure them in place. You just put the tab in front and then slide it into the bottom and place it into that little nook. Just like that. And then they have these little cover woods that also act like a beam divider, and they help hold it in place. Normally you would glue them, but I'm not gluing them yet. And then started the second floor balcony, which is very finicky and difficult, but you just maneuver it and slide it into place. Part of it does need to fit weirdly, but it works. And now with the doors, I'm only showing the top door, but they have these tabs similar to the ones that connect, but they have a hole in them. You slide that in the door with the door in place. And now we're doing the railing on the second floor. This one's not too difficult. Just follow along and making sure that the ones upward are going up and the ones bottom going bottom. Then I did install the third floor. I should have waited on it, but you just push it through, line up, and there's tabs in the center. Just like they slide right in. And then I started working on the staircases. There are 2 staircases. They can be difficult to fit in, but you put it at an angle and then slide it into place. And then afterwards, once you secure it in, then you add the side railing. I did the one for the bottom floor as well. And now I'm working on the side awnings or something. They just connect in and slide right in, but there's 5 of them. So we did 1 and then 2 and then 3, 4 and 5. And here is what I should have done before I put in the third floor. These little decorative tabs need to fit into the front wall, and it's very difficult with the floor connected. So I ended up disconnecting the top floor so I could place them in. There's 6 of them. It's easier to just do it before you put the floor in. So here I have them disconnected, and there's 3 along the turret, and then 3 right along that top floor balcony. And then once they are in place, I reconnected the floor. And now I'm putting on the attic walls. So this one is the front and the back. You should start the small section, completely do that one. As you see, I removed the other one. So you get the roof and the walls on there and connected in. And then once you have it connected, then you add the larger room. So the roof just snaps on. I did end up having to flip that front piece, and the tabs slide in. And then when you repeat with the larger one, the tabs also just slide in. You start with the dormer area, and then you move to the one with the chimney that's on the inside. And now we did the dormer. That's easy. They just slide in and then pop into place. I did the sides. All 3 slid them in and then put them in. Then that roof top part. And then both of the roofs just sort of connected on. This is another area where glue would generally use to help hold it secure. And I did the chimney on the side, and the last thing is the little spire on top. And there it is. I have it all completed right here for you. And that is how I put together the little house kit. I still have a lot of work to do on it, and we're going to have a lot of fun customizing this. As you can see, I already removed the front door and the chimney, and we're getting started on it. Please let me know what you think. I have some plans. I shouldn't say some. I have 1 room planned, but we have 6 rooms in this house. So let me know in the comments where you think different rooms should be and what else should be in here. I have 1 surprise room that I'm going to save, but other than that, what do you think should go where? Let me know. Thank you so much for being along in this adventure with me. I can't wait until the next one, and I'm really excited about customizing and making this a cute little home.